What's up, addicts, and welcome back to your daily fix. We are back here in Schedule 1, and man, do we have a big episode ahead of us today. So I have been grinding extremely hard. You can see down in the bottom right. Well, you can't now. Here you go, Jesse. Appreciate you. We've got nearly $40,000 in cash or credit or all of the above, combined. And it's basically been about a week of in-game time since the last episode. I have done nothing but straight up grind. So we have officially hit kind of the turning point in this game. Like early on, I feel like there's always something new. There's always something next that you're working towards, unlocking, whatever. It's all coming really quickly. You're leveling up fairly quickly. But now these levels are taking absolutely forever. It was like 5 days or so to go from Bagman 1 to Bagman 4 or 5 or whatever we are now. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try to keep this as a daily series. We might actually have to move it to once every other day or so because it's genuinely like it's a good thing the Masters are on because I've watched 3.5 hours of golf this morning just playing through this. But, yeah, so today we are going to be purchasing a brand new property. We might as well head over to Ray's Real Estate, which is this way, getting all turned around. We are going to be purchasing the barn. So very excited about this. I don't know if it's needed yet. Technically, I don't think it is. One thing I have read is that in this game, you kind of you hit a point, kind of this middle ground where you're producing more than you can sell, but it's recommended to always be producing over amounts, and then eventually the demand's going to catch back up. You're going to be glad you have the extra. So we're just going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep reinvesting all of our money and keep trying to grow the business. So we are going to purchase a property here. Which one are we interested in? We are going to be taking a look at the barn. Payments are made out of your online balance. That is $25,000 down the drain. I don't even know where the barn is, dude. We're going to have to get... Oh, no. It's way out here. Oh, it's going to be back out kind of by where the, like the first RV and stuff was, isn't it? Oh, my goodness, dude. This is it up here? Hold on. Are we going the right way? Yeah, we got to go out, go left, and then go to the right. This is it. Okay. We've got kind of a main driveway here. It's not up there. It's this thing. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Oh, my goodness, dude. Look at all the... Oh, there's an upstairs, too? Okay, so bed and storage and stuff can go up here. And then downstairs is just all going to be production. Dude, this is insane. We got a save game thing. We have a light switch in here? Oh, right here. Okay, we've got multiple light switches on the things. Oh, we don't pay electricity in this game, so I'm down for it. Looks like we've got a little hose over here in case you need to get some water. Obviously, we don't worry about that too much anymore. Where? Oh, right here. Ah, okay, so we've got a couple different things. I don't know if we turn these on, if they're just always going to stay on. I would prefer for them to stay on, but okay. So, yeah, bed and storage and things up here, and then, of course, this. I mean, if we're going to have multiple employees, we're going to have multiple beds in here. This is great. Okay, We've got a lot to do today. Good news is we still have a decent amount of money. We've got $3,600 in our online account and $10K cash. So I'm going to say, how many people can you keep here? To be honest, the demand isn't really there yet. Shoot, it was on this. I might have to go back and see. Well, maybe we'll just get like a couple beds to start. I really like our bungalow. I like our grass setup. One thing, we are kind of running into a bit of an issue with that, and that's that to make it the legendary heavenly status, it just takes forever. So we've got kind of a hang up there. I'm wondering if we should move some of the production or really just kind of focus on crystal production for right now. I don't really know. All right, let's go buy a couple of beds from our hardware store. We could at least get started with in production, and then we'll see how the flower shakes out going forward. The other thing is, I think, hopefully next episode, we could get some coca production going. So I'm going to add one bed, coffee table. We're obviously going to need lots of storage cabinets, so I'm going to buy 10 of these things. I don't know if they're going to stack in 10s. Floor lamps and stuff, not too worried about that. We are going to need mixing stations and stuff, but we're going to purchase that aftermarket because we can use cash and we can get the Mark IIs. Binge, how we doing, big dog? You got $600 already? I just collected from him last night and gave him everything he needs. Oh, we could actually give you another stack right there. But yeah, things are looking really good. Everything's just kind of automated. Let's go back. I'll show you guys how William's doing back at the crib. Looks like he's not working because he's got everything fired up already. I think this is going to be the biggest thing for us. Obviously, we can have 4 of these per every chemist. So if we get a couple chemists, that's going to be 8 of these lab setups, which is going to make things go a little bit quicker. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of our, he puts stuff here and then we can mix it up. So we can start taking these, mixing these, get this stuff in here and start getting these packed up. We've been just giving jars of everything now. We aren't really messing with the little baggies unless it's personal deals, which those technically get you the most money. So I've been, or the most XP, I'm sorry. So I've really been focusing on those. Speaking of which, let's make sure we're always accepting all these. Look at this. We're starting to get some bigger orders in there. If it's one, I'll usually just take a single one because I want to make sure, ooh, we need to give Jess something good. 1 dark puke. We're going to go late night. Need to make sure we get him a good one though. The super shard, see, it's only 1 over. I'll counter off, I'll get more. But if it's like a 3, I'll typically try to talk them up to a 5, sometimes a 2. Yeah, see 3 here. Let's go up to 5. Let's make that 550, and there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Makes it easier for us. But yeah, he brings all his stuff here. I've also been keeping some of our Viagra here just because it's easier to mix in. And then this is all of our extras. You can see all of our stations are pretty much fully kitted out here. So things are looking nice, but we're going to be able to create a fully automated version of this over in the barn. Just to catch you guys up to speed, we can head over to our bungalow. I really want to check on this. So what I've done now is I'm actually not paying these 2 today because we don't really need them to be working. We just need to fill this up, which it looks like that's actually kind of working. These just take so long to dry, dude. So yeah, maybe every other day we'll pay our Lisa as well as Mark here, because basically what happens is this shelf will just be completely empty, and I guess we could run some of this ourselves, huh? We could start working on some purple cheese there, get another one set up like this, so maybe we can help a little bit. But yeah, there's this big bottleneck because there's no raw bud to be able to get anywhere else, and then none of this stuff is being used, and it's just all kind of a big mess. But all in all, things are going pretty well, so we will leave them to that there, and I'm gonna say let's just go starting to get this this farm out kitted. Very excited for this, a little bit nervous. I feel like we're always towing the line. It's like it's never good enough. We're just always constantly trying to upgrade, constantly trying to get more. I can't jump up there. It's definitely good to try to keep growing the business, but I never want to get to a point where we've kind of overdone it, you know what I mean? And obviously we're gonna have way more salaries that we're gonna have to deal with if we've got chemists and stuff over here. So I just, part of me feels like it's nice to expand, but part of me feels like it might not even be necessary yet. So we'll see how we can do. Really, we just need to keep making as much XP as possible to keep leveling up so that we can get the next area, get more customers, and get more dealers, really. I'm trying to see. I'm pretty sure private property. Is this us? Oh, what is this? There's a mansion? Is that something we're going to be able to get eventually? I know there's a dock house. What is this? Okay, well, our barn's going to be down here somewhere, I believe. Where are we? Over to the right. Interesting. So there's a gated compound up above our barn. Obviously, we saw that earlier. I didn't realize that's the same thing. So we'll see if we can maybe eventually get that or see what we've got going on there. So back home. Welcome. I haven't really paid too much attention to like the best setups and stuff here at the barn. We're going to see if we can outfit this kind of to our own liking for right now. I feel like we're already off to a bad start. You probably want to just stack these things up as tight as they can be. So we're just going to have, we're going to be like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves up here. I really have no idea what direction we want to go, but I'm just going to start getting materials in here. Honestly, this could probably be a pretty big coca plant. Like, I'm almost tempted to not try to expand on the crystal production because I don't even know if we have the demand for it. All right, 4 dark puke. See, this is where it gets a little bit sketchy. I'm going to try 550. Oftentimes, yeah, Ludwig, he's a bit of a tight ass, bit of a cheapo. For the 2s, we're looking for XP. We're not looking for money right now, so I'm just going to take the deals. If there's 3, that's when you can kind of bump things up a little bit. That might be a little overpriced. Nope, he took it. This is insane, dude. It's honestly a little bit creepy. I don't know if I love being all the way out here. I feel like we are so far away from all the activities and the places that we know that's a dead end. Not going to be able to go that way. So we just, I don't know. We're just on our own back out there. Handy Hank's Hardware. Haven't been over there. Is this just a hardware store? So this is like a whole second part of the map with their own ecosystem. All the same stuff. It's just, it's going to be a lot closer. You won't have to run all the way across the map. So yeah, man, this is kind of where your money's made. So you need to come back every time. We need 1 5 super, 2 5 supers, and 1 5 dark. So we're going to take a dark. We'll take a couple of supers. Then we're going to need 1 DP, and that's for Jeff, which I think is Jeff. Oh, nope, we got another one coming in. We might need one more 5-piece just to break it off. Doesn't mean that we're involved. There it is. All right, little 5-piece dark perp. Oh my goodness, all the freaking messages coming in. All right, 4 DP. I always got DP for you, Jesse. You know that, and she will always overpay, so we will take that as well. So that's another DP there. But what was his name? Because we've been messing him up a lot. We need contacts. I think it's Jeff. He's going to be up in the top right, Jeff Gilmore. So we're unfriendly because we haven't been giving him good products. So he wants just 1 DP, and we're going to give him the good DP. We're going to give him the standard because we still have some mid, some low grade from the past. So we've got that there. We're going to need 1 super shart. We're going to need 2 super sharts, and that's it. So now we're going to go make our rounds. And I just love this, dude. William works so hard. Let me sauce you up some money in there, William. Okay, Miss Ming, how you doing? Hold on. Let's make you an offer. What are you looking for? I want to give you something nice. How about some super sharp for 80 bucks? Bang, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Another easy XP. So we're just going to try to run these deals really quick. The thing is, dude, oh, wow. Jesse, you have looked better. All right, 5 DP for the girl. There you go. Got somebody back here at the basketball court, the next closest. But the problem is... Shoot. I have to wait a second. The problem is that you need to make these deals yourself. I think you get half XP if your what's it called? Your dealers make the deals. Where'd he go? There's no way he passed yet, did he? Where'd they cut off to? I'm so confused. Okay, let's just hurry up. How we doing? You ready? Yep. 5 super shart. So we got a super shart right there. Chloe, how we doing? No, Chloe. Okay, wait. I don't know what you guys are doing on the basketball court. I never saw anything. I'm not. Wait. Oh, she's trying to get to that spot. Chloe. Chloe, shape up. Come on. I'm here to give you what you need. 2 super shart. 1, 2. Bang. Oh. Nope. Oh, that was way too close, dude. Sorry about that, Chloe. I know that's probably not going to help our relationship. Does that actually affect it? Hold on. Let me check my contacts. Where's Chloe at? I'm imagining she's going to be Northtown. Chloe, Kathy. What did she look like? Let me go see. I felt really bad. I didn't mean to. She's got red hair. Okay, contacts Chloe. Chloe right here. She's not going to remember anything in the morning. I love it. Gonna have somebody in a construction site here. You see the porta potty. You know you can cut through. We're starting to learn the map a lot better. I'm still in awe of that ability in the last episode. I haven't used it since, but definitely wish we did more. We're looking for 6 super shart here, so we're gonna give him that. This is the good dark puke. We don't want to give him that because that's for our boy Jeff. All right, got you. I'm just gonna check because we have been kind of having some issues with this. So it looks like we are getting more stuff there. They are working. And these are all full still. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely a big hang up there. We honestly could potentially move this. We could move the grass over to the barn and then turn this into the crystal. That is a thing though. Like we are starting to get to the point where I'm glad that we're mainly doing the best case version of things because otherwise eventually we're gonna get ourselves in trouble. So I'm just trying to future-proof us. I think we probably could make a little bit more money right now if we use lower quality pseudo and didn't wait as long for the bud and stuff like that. But I would rather get us in a spot where it's just like automatic guaranteed. Everyone's going to love it. Nobody's going to be upset. Going to go down to the warp. Jeff, not a big fan of us. Jeff, I'm sorry. You sold me that skateboard too, dude. I'm not going to keep giving you mid and screwing you over. So hopefully this is going to be good. He's looking for 1 dark puke. This is standard. Sweet as my man. Okay, there it is. Let me see. Jeff's back up towards a medium. He's not upset with us. He's neutral, so that's good. All right, so we have made all of our rounds for the evening, and I have really been battling with what I want to do here. Did I want to do a little bit more crystal production, which I feel like is going well at the sweatshop at the apartment? Did we want to maybe do a little bit more grass production because we kind of have a bit of a bottleneck there? It's going to take some time to figure out what ends up being more in demand, but I do think we should probably do grass production at the barn to start. So we're going to get 8 moisture preserving pots. We're going to get 8 long life soils. We're going to get 8 suspension racks. We're going to get 8 full spectrum lights. We're going to need all this because I think our Coca-Cola is going to grow pretty much the same way, at least to start, as the grass will. So we're going to do that. We're going to get maybe 4 drying racks. We've got enough spaces here, right? Of course, I Are we going to need ovens? I know we're going to need cauldrons at some point. When do we get the brick press? Bagman 5. Okay, that's kind of exciting. So we're probably going to want at least one mixing station and probably at least one level 2 packaging station. So we're unfortunately not going to have enough room for everything here, but this is absolutely chaotic. Gotta find a new route to be able to get to the barn, dude. It is a little bit spooky to have to run all the way out into the woods all the time, especially at night here, but we're gonna be okay. Okay, this is not where I thought this was going. So all the way down, and that takes us here. So we're gonna go up, right, and then in. Take a right at the gas mart. We could go by the post office, which I think we'll wait, because we're probably gonna hire some people, so we might want to wait here, but I was gonna say we could launder some money, but yeah, we're gonna go all the way down to the end of this. Is this our entrance? Bro, this is so freaking creepy. So right at the corner, I can't see anything. There's our barn. Okay, you know, nighttime isn't the move for me here. Let's go ahead and shut that behind us, please. My goodness. Okay, so we're gonna have new grow setups. Now, I don't really know where we're gonna want to put stuff, so I'm just gonna arbitrarily put stuff for right now. We're gonna have like 4 drying racks. I'll probably do, you know, a little bit of research and just kind of look around and kind of try to plan things out. There's actually a website where you can plan out the space, so I might even try that. But yeah, so we've got drying racks there. We could have our grow things here. Got 8 of those bad boys, and then we're gonna have all the pots and all the lights. And I do know that technically you can split the lights if you want, but I kind of like the look of having a light for every plant. Like technically you could have a light that goes like this and gets both of them, but I kind of like the idea of having every plant has its own light. I just feel like that's a little bit more professional. We aren't having to skimp here. Everybody should get as much UV as they can. So we've got that there. We've also got all these soils, so I guess we could do this for the first time. We haven't had to do this in forever. We could buy some extra soils. Of course, we're gonna grab this packaging station, and honestly, we're probably gonna need a second mixing station, so we might as well pre-purchase that, especially if we're going to be making the same stuff we were. Dude, we blew through all of our cash so fast. It took so long to save up the 25K to be able to do this. So obviously we're going to want to hire at least a botanist right now. I'll just start with that. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's just get this thing going, and then we can worry about it from there. $1,500 signing fee, $200 a day. Deal, send them over. Perfect. Also, I don't know how I ended up with this many pieces of soil. I needed 9 and I ended up with 17, so not sure how that happens, but we got plenty of soil. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep, there he is. How you doing, Jonathan? Good to see you, baby. All right, so we I guess we could assign you a bed off the bat. Let's get you sleeping upstairs. Get you here, big dog. You can have the one all to yourself. All right. We're going to wait on everything else, though, because we need to reorganize stuff. I feel like this probably isn't the best storage setup, but for right now, we could just, yeah, we could say this is going to be your extras rack. So we got that there. I was an idiot, and I was messing around, and I missed one of these. I didn't fully fill one up, so I had to use 2 bags for 1 pot, which is not very smart, but bam, got that there. We're going to have to get some trash bags, too, dude. Every time you advance, there's so many new issues that you have to worry about that you weren't ready for. Does this place really not come with any sort of a... Oh, it does. Perfect. Dude, I just cannot believe how much room we have here. This is by far the most we have ever had, which is amazing. So we don't have seeds or anything. Shoot. Okay, so I say we put these mixers side by side. So I guess we have the poles of the barn that we can't mess with. So we got that there, and then we could put this thing next to that. So I'm going to say for you, your supplies are going to be coming from here. And then your pots and drying racks are going to be all 8 of these. So these are all going to need water, but we're going to have to go pick up some seeds for you as well. Now, obviously, this is not the ideal setup to start, but we're at least going to let him get started. So let's start giving these a destination for the drying racks. See, I'm seeing like maybe we have these running down the middle and then have the drying racks on each side here. And you could probably have others over here and things like that. It'll just make it look a little bit nicer. But for right now, oh, we don't want that. Got to reset this. For right now, we're just going to have him at least be able to get started so we can keep moving forward. We need to set a destination for these. Those are going to be going over here. So they're each going to correspond to the drying rack that's in the same spot. It's just not going to be the most efficient way of doing things. So we've got that there, and then we're going to take all of these drying racks, and once they get up to what we want, they're going to come over here, right? I guess we've got plenty of storage for right now, so they could go here, and we're going to make sure it goes gold, and then we're going to take it, well, technically, we don't have, like, any sort of other employees or anything, so we'll just have them go there, and then I'll pick them up from there, and I can mix them and do whatever we need. Okay, this is like a whole new ball game. Just when you get things figured out, just when you feel like you're in a good spot, just when you feel like you've got everything under control, and you're starting to build these systems, and you've got this down and it's all making sense, that's when you can get something new, or there's a new product, or there's a new something that you're like, okay, well, actually, it's all going to hell. So let's see. We're going to contact Albert Hoover. We're going to be looking. We need to meet up. He's going to be at the North Overpass. Where is that? Oh, he's, okay, back over by the, where we typically meet an employee or a client. What's up, bro? And honestly, I mean, it could be interesting. I'm going to add one of each of these just so we can have it, and then we'll do, maybe we'll do 2 of each of those, and then we'll do, so we have 8, so that's going to be 4. We'll do 12 of these OG Kush. It's going to be $600, because I feel like, you know, as we're starting to get into tougher areas and tougher to reach customers and things like that, I think we are going to want the other strains just to be able to get new people, because they're starting to get a little bit more picky with the quality and kind of the effects and things. So if we have a bunch of different bases that we can work off of, is it this street? Okay, so it's the street that the post office is on. That's going to be easy to remember. If we have all the different bases, we're going to be able to make the strain. So maybe this is kind of like a supplemental barn. It'll make the extra stuff that we don't necessarily need right away. But then, of course, when our coca production gets into full force, we're going to have that. So if we put, this is his supply shelf. I'm going to put all of these guys on here. And then we're going to see if we go up to his bed. We're going to give him $200. Well, he's not going to get started because it's 4 a.m. But we should hopefully see him get started in the morning. And then that way we can at least start to have some extra stuff coming in. We're almost to Bagman 5, which means we've almost got that brick press, huh? Brand new day, and look at this. Jonathan, get in there, big dog. This is humble beginnings. It's going to look a lot different than this when we're done with it, but at least we got some production happening. He's going to get to work and get it done. I'm going to give him some extra money because I think it's going to take a long time for him to work on all this by himself. So we'll just kind of let him cook out here, and we could focus on what we do best. I'm really interested in getting that press. So basically at this point, we're just kind of trying to keep the wheels turning. We just want to keep all the product rolling in. You know, obviously most stuff is fairly automated, but it's never going to be fully automated here. I think eventually we might be able to get fully automated if we have enough places to hire enough people. We just don't have a property big enough for that yet. I guess, I mean, the farm's probably closed, but if you want to keep growing, it's tough. You know, you can't be hiring a bunch of like handlers and things because you want to save that for more production. But yeah, we're just kind of keeping this thing rolling, making sure that he's always got what he needs, all of his materials to be able to make as much as possible, make sure that we're always packaging things up so that we can give it to our dealers later on in the day. Obviously over here on the other side of town, we got the bungalow, and it's kind of unfortunate that the bungalow and the farm are as far away from each other as you can possibly get, which is going to make things complicated. It would be nice. I like seeing everybody working in here. Do we have? Yeah, we've got some space here. Let's get some of these. We could probably get some jars as well. It would be nice to have everything under one roof. You're just not going to be able to produce as much, and it would be nice to try to start kind of putting some extra away, and I think that's what our new spot's going to have available to us, but we'll, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. We're just going to keep trying to make as much money as possible and hoping for the best. Wait, do we have room for another bed? I mean, we could put another one right here. I'm tempted to try to get another, whatever she's called, another one of Chloe. And we could make it so that we don't even have to come over here. And every day we could just order V and you know, Listerine to be delivered here at the loading bay. And then they take that in. I don't know if that's necessary because, again, our biggest holdup is this. It's taking so long to get enough of that. So that's why I almost feel like it's necessary that we have the farm so that we're bringing more of that in. And we need to get some more production happening over there. Eventually, it would be nice to have the farm for, like, grass. And then maybe the final property for the other two, or I'm not sure. Maybe we end up giving up Crystal because I feel like I don't really like crystal. I don't like giving people crystal. It makes me feel bad. It tweaks you out. It's not good. So if we could find fully addictive, more, you know, not legitimate, but more natural substances, you know, things from the earth, that might be better. This is nice. We're starting to get more orders for the full 5s though. Like 3 dark puke, we can counter offer this. Let's go up to 5. Let's make that 550. There you are. We could bring that to you late night, Charles. Ludwig, he's coming in. Ludwig is always a cheapo, bro. So I'm just going to overcharge him for what he asked for, and then we'll still bring it to him. We've got a deal for 5 here. Look at this, dude. Just do a couple extra on that. Things are going well. Not going to lie, it is kind of nice coming out here in the afternoon. Got a beautiful setup back here. Eventually, we could get a car, but from what I understand, it's better to just have the skateboard. I'm going to come back here, check on how we're doing. We might have better luck hiring a second botanist back here. But then that's double the cost, you know what I mean? So we've already got some plants coming in, rolling. This is good. We could really expand our grass production. I'm also tempted at some point, like, I like managing everything, but if we could, like, maybe when we get to cocoa, maybe we just focus on doing one thing the best we can possibly do it, and just focus on mass producing. That could be kind of interesting. And since we got the extra time, let's run a little BJ here. I'm gonna do just kind of some baby hands. Let's just go 85, see how we're doing here. All right, 10, 5. Against a 4, we shouldn't have hit on that. That's my bad. All right, 4 and a 5. We're going to hit on that. 19, we're going to stand. She's got 21. Nope. 19. All right, little push. We'll take that. Here we go. 3, 13 against a 6. We are going to stand. We like that 6. Give me big, big. Oh, hit us with a 20. That's unfortunate. All right, we got a 10. We got a 12. She's got a 20. We got a hit to at least 17. We're going to bust. Wow, I'm really glad we're doing small hands here because we are getting absolutely killed. Don't pull a 21 on me here. Oh, my goodness. I was going to say, all right, let's rip a quick, decent-sized hand. 17 against an ace. Gut says stand. 21. Frickin' get the heck out of here. Whoa! In need of something. Follow me. I'll grab it. All right? I don't have anything on me right now. You got to get out of the doorway, though. Just going to skate away as fast as I possibly can so she can't catch up to us. Go, go, go. We're fine. All right. So it's almost nighttime. We can queue up some of our deliveries here. We're going to give her a little bit of super shart. See what she thinks about that. Where is she? She actually is way behind us. There she is. How you doing? All right. So I got this super sharp for you. 100% chance of success. There it is. So we got 5 DP, 5 DP, 5 super. We've got a couple DPs. We've got 1 good DP for Jess. And a couple more DPs for Chloe. Okay, we've got everything set up. Oh, so look at this, dude. I have been I meant to show you guys this earlier. Look at all the seeds that we have. Like, we had 40K in cash and credit when we started this episode, but we probably got a good, you know, another 30, 40K in product, which is pretty good. We got 1 more order for Miss Ming coming in. Super sharp. You know I always got you, girl. Got a soft spot for you. Okay, so we've had probably the biggest night of deals yet. I think we've had 7 up until now. We've got 2 more deals, so 9 deals in total, and we're gonna get a ton of XP. And looks like we're working our cash back up a little bit too, so we could start working on maybe laundering some of that. We'll see. But got somebody behind the casino over here. Gotta watch out for the cops on the left. Not gonna lie, I'm a little upset with this casino and how things went for me. How you doing, buddy? We got 5 super sharp, and then we've got 2 DP for Chloe, who has picked maybe not the best spot. Shoot, okay. And we're gonna try to do this. I have seen there's a way that I think you can use the tree. Some people say they'll use like their van or something and pull it up and hide behind it. But some people say, like here. Chloe, can I get you? Chloe, what the fudge, Chloe? Chloe. Chloe, you freaking idiot. If I get in the tree, Chloe. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. 2 dark puke. Take it. Go! Oh my gosh, that was so terrifying. All right, so we're gonna go. I mean, I guess we could start laundering some. Let's put 2K in there. I don't think we need a lot of cash at the moment. How are we looking dealer-wise? Pinchy's got 4, Brad's got 38, and Molly's got 5, bro. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be doing some more laundering. This game is starting to open up. Money is less of an issue now. Honestly, it's more about, I mean, moving the product, keeping up with the demand. Like it's kind of crazy. So he's got lots of stuff still. Binge, I heard you've been killing it too, dog. How we do? And the good news is I think $4,400. How are we looking here? He has some stuff, not a ton. I can get you a little bit more. Let me. Because technically, again, we mentioned this before. Technically, I don't think you need an open slot, but I'll keep him with an open slot. So we'll give him. What I typically do every night at the end of the night is I'll take excess that we have, like over here. I'll take these and I'll start handing these out. It's like Halloween. Knock, knock. Who's there? You get a jar, and you get a jar, and you get a jar. So he's got. Let's do 6 more DPs in there, and then he's got these. So we could do 2 of these, and then we could give him all of these. Guess we won't give him any more than that. All right, beautiful. Keep it up. Go work, Bench. Do the same for Molly. I mean, pretty much at this point, it's become kind of a manage this. So that's why, like, I want to start ordering deliveries for some of our locations, because then we don't have to worry about keeping them stocked up, and we literally are only worrying about these guys. So she's got a bunch of DP. We can give her all of that, and she's got no other space. Okay. So yeah, our dealers are working. We're going to be able to add a 4th dealer here pretty soon. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of new customers with that. I also think we're going to be unlocking Coke soon. So, like, it's going to start to get a little chaotic, which is kind of exciting. We got to get everything under control before then. Really hoping that we've leveled up here. I'll talk to Oscar. How you doing? Hi. Brick press. Industrial brick press used to squish stuff into bricks. It's $800. I'm gonna buy 2 of these because it's only for soft stuff. So we're gonna want 1 for the barn and 1 for the bungalow. Let's take this to the bungalow, see how this thing works. Take a look at this thing, guys. My goodness. All right, this might be on me. I don't know if we're gonna be able to assign what's her name to this, but okay. So this is gonna be our brick press. Drag 20 product into slots. So we've got a bunch of extra here. So we're gonna want to put this in. Let's unpack this. I'm gonna put everything we don't need over here. We could put these guys here. Beautiful. We're just gonna keep unpacking as much as we can. Okay. So then we can go over here. Is it gonna be, oh, it's 20 and 20. Do we want to do something that's not heavenly? Oh gosh. We're gonna, oh, sorry. Okay. Yep. We're gonna pour this into the mold. So we've got all that in there, and then we're gonna rotate the handle quickly to press the product, and we're gonna get ourselves a brick. Okay, so the other 20 is literally just like it's an extra amount that you can have in there. Okay, we're not doing very well with this, Trev. So now we take this, put that down, beautiful, and that's gonna give us another one. So we've got 2 heavenly bricks. Bro, are you kidding me? We could do 20 and 20. Let's try to be a little bit more careful with this so that we don't have to use our hands. There you go. I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not. Bro, we have officially unlocked the real deal. This is sick. So we're making straight bricks, and I bet you could fit 10 in each. This is crazy. So we could give 5 bricks to Molly. This is going to help with our what's it called? Like our storage problem. Like, look at this. So we just took a bunch of those and turned it into this. So I guess we could do more. Look at the bricks. Oh, that is so sweet. Okay, let's undo some more. Getting our jars back. So we don't need to actually like use jars, or if we're supplying people with bricks, obviously they're going to be able to hold more, but we're also not going to have to buy the middleman of jars. We're just going to have to be able to produce enough, because I think the dealers can break this down into individual amounts whenever you want, and you obviously don't have to. You can leave 1 brick on the side there. There you go. We could put 2 more in. Start making this a little bit of a quicker process. I think did we miss some there? Got a couple extra in there. There you go. Beauty. Get another one here. Dude, this is a game changer. So once we get to the point where we can produce enough that this makes sense, and we can even hire people to do this, we're going to be able to be moving kilos instead of little jars. That is absolutely insane. So we could stack 10. Can you stack more than 10? Dude, this is so satisfying. The like momentum of it. I love this so much. And the fact that this didn't cost us the extra $3 for the jar. You don't have to go to the store for the extra jar. You could do probably stacks of 20 or maybe even more. Look at these all duct taped up. That is so sick. This is a game changer, dude. I mean, I truly don't know if we're at, I mean, technically technically we are at this level. Like if we wanted to take this over, I guess we could probably hire somebody to do this for us. This would make it so easy to be able to give to dealers, because this is literally going to last Benji or Molly or whoever a very, very long time. And we could give them 4 stacks of 20, or maybe it's more than that, but that is so much money sitting right there. And then we don't have to worry about giving anything to the dealers for a while. We might need to focus more on upping production. That's tempting, dude. What if we just went straight no combinations? Don't worry about mixing things. Don't worry about making super sharp. Let's just make like heavenly OG Kush and just pump that stuff out by the brick load. I'm kind of tempted by that, but hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Like I said, really, we are at a point where it takes a lot of grinding, a lot of sales. Obviously, we did level up here, so I think we're going to be a something one. If we save here, we can go save and see what we've got going on. But yeah, we're in a good spot. Obviously, there's still a lot to do here. Dude, we've been through all that now too. I can't save there. I'm just thinking of all the possibilities. Like I'm tempted. We could stop all production except for just like one raw material and just make a factory out of it. That could be kind of cool. That might be our end game, because that would actually be somewhat easy to manage. But we are officially a Bagman 5. We unlocked high quality pseudo as well, and once we get to the next level, we're going to be able to start coca production. So I'm going to work on that. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.